Well, it's the end of what seems to have been an exceptionally long day. I am now reaching about 11 p.m. A little later than I tried to stay up. I actually try to make sure that my evenings begin the wind down process around 9 p.m. But that includes another hour of reading and just kind of settling in for the evening. But this evening, after my VA appointment, I had the opportunity to, well, first off, enjoy the World Cup. I was disappointed England didn't win. I really would like to have seen them uh, beat the other team, but that's okay. But I did get a chance following that to have my middle son come over. My other two kids, my daughter had a practice, so that was understandable. But my youngest son opted not to come over, which always concerns me. But I had the chance to have dinner with him. We had a nice evening. Um, Sat and talked a little bit, and we watched a quick movie together. But what's frustrating, and probably one of the most challenging things I'm dealing with as I am going through a divorce, is that it seems to be uh, okay in my ex's mind to tell the kids that they should keep secrets from their dad, that they should hide things from their dad. And, my parents went through a pretty rough divorce. I mean, I was 7 years old. I still actually remember all of it. Um, but at any point in time, there was nothing put on me as a child to keep secrets or hide things from another parent. Um, so to me, I think it's just incorrect. I don't feel it's fair whatsoever to the children. I think it puts them, first off, in a really bad position. And second, I just feel that as far as your kids and your parents, you should be able to have open communication, regardless if there's a divorce going on. Um, it's not that it's a nasty or contentious necessarily divorce. It's not a good one, but it's one that frustrates me because I'm in a position here as a father who loves my kids, seeing my kids pulling away. Not so much my middle son. He actually talks to me and shares things with me, and he does keep some secrets, which we've talked about. And I told him, I said I didn't think it was fair to him, but at the same time, I said I'm not going to push you to be telling me anything. It's up to you to tell me what you want to tell me. But I'm kind of curious, for those that may watch this, what your thoughts are on something like that. We're talking about a 10-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 16-year-old that not only have to deal with their parents going through a divorce, going through process of changes of life and everything else, but now they're in a position of not being able to be honest. And I think what really, really hit me tonight is that, I'm involved in church. I'm very actively involved in church. Um, I would love to see my children be involved in church, but they can't even tell me where they go. And it's not like I'm going to show up. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to know that they're going, because when they're with me, they're hesitant to engage. Sure, they go with me to the service, but they refuse to get involved in Sunday school or other church related activities, which is very frustrating because I've got an amazing church family at Beaver Dam Baptist Church. And with that, I would love to have them be a part of what I'm experiencing, what I'm enjoying, and the love that I'm getting from the congregation, from the pastors, and just the people as a whole. And I feel that they miss out on so much because they don't engage. Um, it would be okay for me if I knew that they were engaged and they were involved and they were doing things, but they won't tell me anything simply because they're told not to. So that's kind of where I'm ending my night. Um, have to wrestle with that one. I pray about that one quite a bit. It breaks my heart because a simple question I had asked this evening is, have you guys talked about baptism or anything of that nature? And my middle son said, no, not at this point. Um, Not really sure what's holding him back because there was a period of time where he was ready to go through that process. But I think that's an important personal decision for sure. But when I asked about his sister, his older sister, he was very closed, and didn't even really want to answer the question. So that makes me think, has she gone and been baptized? And I'm not even able to be a part of my child who is expressing their desire to be a child of God? I don't know. Very disappointing, heartbreaking, to be quite honest. Um, but it does say a lot about my ex. You know, as far as our situation, it's disappointing that our love fell apart. It fell apart about 10 years prior to us separating. Um, but as far as putting kids in a position like this, it's more about her trying to be hurtful um, to me without consideration of what that does to the psyche of the children. So I bring that to God and pray daily for their safety, for their salvation, and that at some point, they will feel comfortable sharing their life with me more so. But if you want to provide a comment or thoughts around that, that would be awesome. I would love to see what you guys think of that type of a situation. Is it right? Is it wrong? Am I wrong? Um, but what a day. And I will work through a few different uh, processes as I create videos for a sinner's life. I intend to try to capture um, thoughts throughout the day. I'm actually toying with the use of one of the tools that YouTube has. That's not going to allow me necessarily to put some of the notes and things in that I have put in with today. But what I've done today is also a little bit of work. Um, it's not something that just is record and post. There is some activity that's involved, and I think that's a hindrance to a degree. So you may find as I progress with the series that they are some snippets, some uh, general aspects of thoughts and concerns that may be hitting me, because that's kind of the point of all this is to share the challenges, the fun, the concerns that I go through as a follower of God, but knowing I'm still a faithful sinner. Um, so you may see some changes with some of the format. I hope that's okay. But I want to try to be able to share as much as I can without having a camera attached to me 24/7, because that's just simply not going to happen. I think that's a little overbearing for me and for you. But I do feel that there are little components of the day that get lost because of the requirements that are needed to be able to put this type of a basic production together. So that's the end of my first day of A Sinner's Life. I hope that what I've shared today is beneficial, informational, something that you've enjoyed. And if there are things that you would like to see more of or less of, please share that in the comments on our YouTube page at The Faithful Sinners, where you're streaming this from. So thank you very much for your time, your attention, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Faithful Sinners, and get more inspiration on our website, thefaithfulsinners.com.